This right here is the 5-piece cutlery set by Wusthof under their Ikon line. I know it's technically only 4 pieces. It normally comes with a block, but I don't have any of the blocks with me right now. So I'm actually just going to make a set discussing the most important part, I think you'll agree, and that is the actual knives and the actual cutlery. So it comes with an 8-inch chef's knife, a 6-inch utility knife, a 3.5-inch paring knife, and of course a set of breakaway shears. Now this is going to give you pretty much everything you're going to need for 85 to 90% of the things you want to do in the kitchen. It's going to give you the workhorse of the kitchen that you can use to chop and dice and break things down. It's going to give you a utility knife that you can use for smaller tasks where you don't want to have to wash or clean a giant knife or bring it out. Of course, a paring knife that you're going to use in your hands to peel things or break them down into smaller pieces, like imagine broccoli or something like that. And then of course a set of breakaway shears, like I said, that you're going to use to break apart poultry and do other shear related tasks. And then of course it comes with a block to package it all in. This is a great set if you want a block, if you want a set of shears, and if you want the basic knives so that you can build your set later as time goes on and get exactly what you need. I think it's going to, like I said, give you 85% of what you're going to need in the kitchen without any extra material that you're not going to need. And let's discuss exactly what's included in the Ikon and what makes the Ikon their flagship line at the moment. The Ikon, like I just said, is the flagship line, but in terms of it compared to the Classic, it's 90% going to be the same knife, with the exception of a very important 10%, the geometry of the blade and the actual entire handle. The knife is made with their own proprietary steel. It is a 58 hardness steel. And the benefit to that is that it's the middle of the spectrum, so you get the best of both worlds. It's hard enough to where the metal is not going to be dulling constantly and needing to get re-honed and resharpened, but it's soft enough to where you don't need to worry too much about chipping and damage like that while you're using the knife. The actual edge is where this knife shines. It is, I think, the sharpest blade you can possibly get on a normal production knife. It's 14 degrees, which, to put that in perspective, is 2 degrees thinner on either edge than Shun's, which are really, really world-renowned for being the sharpest production knife out there. The nice thing about that is that because of the metal they use, you don't again need to worry about damaging the tips or damaging the blade or it wearing out really fast. And they accomplish all this by using their PE Tech technology, which is literally a laser-controlled mechanical sharpening system, and it's really a phenomenal type of system. Like I said though, the majority of the difference is in the actual handle of the blade. First and foremost, it is a full tang, which is very nice, but it also has this extra mass of material right here on the bottom, which not only looks really nice, but it adds the actual function of adding a lot of extra mass to the end and making it sort of merge with your hand as you're using it. And then speaking of merging with your hand, the actual handle is really what they've spent all the time and energy and money on. The entire point of this handle is that in any sort of way you can possibly put your hand on this knife, it fits in perfectly. And it fits in perfectly to the point of almost being an extension into your arm of the knife. You don't really feel like you're working with a knife, you feel like you're working with your hand as you're cutting. And it's really amazing. The knives are handmade in Germany and they carry a lifetime warranty. And the only sort of decision you need to make is what handle you want to have on it. You can get either this black color, a cream color, which really pops, or their very limited edition black wood. And black wood is actually a very, very dark brown wood from Africa. It's also very, very tightly controlled. Only a few chunks of it get out every single year. And that, on top of the fact that it has a gorgeous grain pattern, makes it really, really a premium knife that Wusthof sells, and the price reflects that. If you want the best of the best of the best, that's the knife you're going to want. But otherwise, if you like German knives and you really like the German design of knives, this is the best you're going to possibly get. It is a phenomenal set of knives. It's crazy sharp, and I'm going to put a link down to them below. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, as always, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.